Hello students, good morning. Today we are going to start part 4 of the chapter Growing Up as Boys and Girls. This is the fourth video of this chapter. In the previous video we discussed about some specific initiatives taken by the government for the protection of women. In this video we will try to understand about other laws passed by the government and acts for the protection of women and providing them equal status. First of all, the state has enacted various legislative to ensure equal rights, to counter social discrimination we have to understand, and various forms of violence and atrocities, and to provide support services especially to working women. Although women may be victims of any of the crimes such as murder, robbery, cheating, etc. But some specific crimes are classified under IPC, means Indian Penal Code. So dear students, first of all we have to know that which are considered the serious crimes against women. So try to understand. This is the first thing. Rape, section 376 according to Indian Penal Code. Kidnapping, abduction for different purposes, section 363 and 373. Homicide for dowry deaths or their attempts, 302 and 304B IPC. Torture, both mentally and physically, section 498A IPC. This is also we have discussed in controversial laws. Molestation, 354, section 354. Sexual harassment, section 509 of IPC. Importation of girls up to 21 years of age. This is also a very serious crime according to IPC. Now in the second part, we will discuss that crimes identified under the special laws, right? So although all laws are not gender specific, the provisions of law affecting women significantly have been reviewed periodically and amendments carried out to keep pace with the emerging requirements, and some acts which have special provisions to safeguard women and their interest. These are the following. First is Employees State Insurance Act 1948. This is providing equality in employments and between women and men. Plantation Labor Act 1951, also providing equal status to men and women as laborers and providing the facilities equal to men laborers. Family Courts Act 1954, in the family, earlier the girls and women were not having the equal rights to men and the male members of the families, but according to this law and act, this became possible. The Special Marriage Act 1954, Hindu Marriage Act 1955, according to which in Hindu community the person can do only one marriage with one woman. So this is according to Hindu Marriage Act 1955. The Hindu Succession Act 1956, that was amended in 2005, right? Means earlier the girls were not having the share in the property of their parents, but according to this act they were being provided with these kinds of share in property, and in 2005 this act was amended and some more rights were provided to women. Immoral Tariff Prevention Act 1956, no trafficking for women is allowed now. Maternity Benefit Act 1961, amended in 1995 again. So this is Maternity Benefit Act, means any working woman has a right to take 6 months leave for maternity, right, after pregnancy and after delivery. This is confinement period. Dowry Prohibition Act 1961, the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971, this is also providing special facilities to women during pregnancy. The Contract Labor Regulation and Abolition Act, this was passed in 1976. This is about equal share in wages, right, equal to men. They should be provided with the wages equal to men. Equal Remuneration Act 1970, 6. Equal work, equal wages. Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, less than 2006 and less than 18 years of age girls could not be married. The Criminal Law Amendment Act 1983, Factories Amendment Act 1986, and providing the equal status to women in the factories or industrial sector. Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act 1986 and Commission of Sati Prevention Act 1987 and Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005, right? So this is the enormous act providing the protection for women against any kind of violence in their homes, right? By if they are tortured and mentally and physically by the male members of the family. So this act is implemented in 2006 and passed in 2005. So in this way, these were some important acts. So now we'll discuss about this topic, women's work and equality, related to the acts about which we have talked before a short while. So as we have seen, the low value attached to women's household and caregiving work is not an individual or family matter. It is a part of larger system of inequality between men and women, because men are not considered to work in their homes, and they are not considered for domestic work, but women are considered for domestic work by the society. So it therefore has to be dealt with through actions not just at level of the individual or the family, but also by the government. So in this way, we have discussed about some acts and laws passed by government to protect women. As we know now, equality is an important principle of our constitution, and as we discussed in the previous videos, article 14, 15, 16, all the three articles are providing equal status to women, and the constitution says that being male and female should not become a reason for discrimination. It means, according to article 15, no discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, language, gender, right? So the government is therefore committed to understanding the reasons for this and taking positive steps to remedy the situation. For example, it recognizes that burden of childcare and housework falls on women and girls. They have to take care houses also, they have to work outside also, so this is double burden. It determines whether women can work outside the house and what kind of jobs and careers they can have. The government has set up Anganwadis or child care centers in several villages in the country. The government has passed laws that make it mandatory for organizations that have more than 30 women employees to provide creche facilities. The provision of creches helps many women to take up employment outside the home. It also makes it possible for more girls to attend school. So these kinds of facilities have been provided by the government for the protection of women. SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. This is gender equality, where women can work and respectfully they have been provided with the salaries. So dear students, in this way we have completed the chapter. You have to revise this chapter with the help of this video and by reading the book in PDF form. These are the glossary you can read from your book. Identity, you know what is identity? Is a sense of self-awareness of who one is. Who am I? Who are you? So this is the identity. Double burden, as we have talked about this, that women have to work inside the home and outside the home. This is double burden. Caregiving means this refers to a range of tasks related to looking after and nurturing someone or